talking loud, throwing stones at walls they've never been in. Opinions like quicksand, they spread without a sound, building castles out of echoes, but no truth can be found. They say the water's shallow, but they've never seen the deep. They shout about the daylight, yet they're talking in their sleep. It's easier to posture than to wade into the dark, but real understanding starts where the surface falls apart. Ooh, the louder the voice, the less they seem to know, walking on the surface while the truth lies far below. They're drowning in their surety, but missing all the signs, the dissonance of certainty in an educated mind. Shadows play as wisdom, but it's all just sleight of hand. They think they've built a tower, but it's standing in the sand. If you never seek the bottom, you won't know how deep it goes. And the loudest words you're screaming, they're the ones the truth won't show. They build their fragile figures out of straw and hollow bone, strike them down with fire, thinking they've destroyed the throne. But they're fighting empty shadows, missing where the truth resides, burning down the fictions that their blindness justifies. It's easy to be certain when the target's made of air, but what about the arguments you've never even spared? Misunderstanding dressed as reason, wrapped in clever lies, yet the core of what they criticize never meets their eyes. Ooh, the louder the voice, the less they seem to know, walking on the surface while the truth lies far below. They're drowning in their surety, but missing all the signs, the dissonance of certainty in an educated mind. Shadows play as wisdom, but it's all just sleight of hand. They think they've built a tower, but it's standing in the sand. If you never seek the bottom, you won't know how deep it goes. And the loudest words you're screaming, they're the ones the truth won't show. There's a peak where all seems clear, from the cliffs of overconfidence, where the more you know of nothing, the more it makes some sense. But if you climb a little higher, the valley comes in view, where the humble find their footing and the wise begin anew. The more you learn, the more you see how much is left unknown, and those who claim they know it all have never really grown. It's a twisted kind of blindness when you can't see your own lack, but in the quiet search for knowledge, there's no turning back. But tell me, don't you wonder where their hours go to die, spinning in the circles of opinions never tried? Is it fear or idle comfort? Is it arrogance or pride? Do they ever stop to question all the time they cast aside? Worth the effort? Don't you want to reach the peak? But if you've got no point, why insist on every stage, throwing words like empty stones just to fill the page? Oof, 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 the louder the voice, but it's all just sleight of hand. They think they've built a tower, but it's standing in the sand. If you never seek the bottom, you won't know how deep it goes. And the loudest words you're screaming, they're the ones the truth won't show. Knowledge isn't conquest, it's a journey. maybe take a moment just to pause before you speak. Let the quiet be your humility, be meek. There's a richness in the patience where the real answers lie. And the path to understanding is a long and winding sky. And the path to understanding is a long and winding sky. And the path to understanding is a long and winding sky.